What's up, everybody? Carter says here. Welcome back to another video. Today we have my NXT TakeOver 36 predictions. NXT TakeOver takes place Sunday night. And yeah, I'm getting these out Friday. I normally like to get my predictions out a day or two, the day of or the day before a show happens. But with this being such a stacked weekend of shows, that I have no other chance to get them out other than here on Friday. So if one or two matches get announced, but then, well, looking at the card, it's 5 matches, and that's the average match card for a takeover. So I don't really see stuff getting added. Maybe like a pre-show match or something gets added. But yeah, if there's something does get added or something happens, like there's a change in one of the matches or like a stipulation gets added, yeah, it hasn't happened as I'm recording this, so just keep that in mind. The reason I am getting these out as early as I am is because, as I mentioned, there is a stacked weekend of wrestling taking place. Of course, tonight on Friday is AEW Rampage with a certain someone rumoured to show up. If you haven't watched my previous video, and you'll kind of get the gist of who that is just by looking at the thumbnail. But yeah, my fantasy booking video, I do book that certain someone who's seems like they're coming into AEW tonight. So I might do a reaction kind of review depending on what happens on Rampage tomorrow. And plus, I also want to get my SummerSlam predictions out tomorrow, so tomorrow might be a double upload. And then Sunday, with SummerSlam being Saturday, I probably will end up doing a review Sunday or something. And then, of course, my NXT TakeOver reactions would be Monday. So yeah, I don't really have any other chance to get these out now. And the reason I'm waiting for tomorrow to upload my SummerSlam predictions and not doing them now on NXT the day after, because SummerSlam takes place before NXT's SmackDown also takes place tonight. So there might be like some stipulations and stuff that do get added to SummerSlam. So there's more likely to be a change in the SummerSlam card than there is for the NXT TakeOver card. So that is why I'm leaving SummerSlam to record and upload tomorrow. So yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into my predictions. But before I do actually get into my predictions, I just want to say, if you haven't already, please leave a like and a comment on this video. Let me know your predictions for NXT TakeOver 36. And also, if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's get into it. The first match I have in front of me here is Raquel Gonzalez defending the NXT Women's Championship against her former tag team partner in Dakota Kai. I'm a big fan of the big dog Dakota Kai. And as much as I would like to say Dakota Kai is going to leave NXT TakeOver with the Women's Championship, sadly, I don't see it happening. I see Raquel retaining, and I'm going to go with the smart option here and not go with my heart on what I really want, which will be a Dakota Kai win. I just don't see Raquel dropping the belt yet, especially to Dakota. I see her holding on to the belt and having a long reign. She has had the belt for a couple of months though, but yeah, I just don't feel like this is the right time or place to have her drop the belt just yet. As much as I would love to say Dakota Kai gets the ring, I do think Raquel Gonzalez will retain. So I'm going to go with Raquel in that one. LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes. Yeah, the $1 Million Championship is on the line. If Grimes loses, DiBiase must become Knight's butler as well. And I'm going to go with Cameron Grimes, because when you invest in Cameron Grimes, you're going to the moon. And yeah, if you've watched my previous NXT TakeOver predictions videos, I've said it countless times, I'm a big Trevor Lee fan, Cameron Grimes fan, from his days as Trevor Lee in Impact and PWG and all. And I'd love to see him get the win here. $1 Million Championship. I did think he would get the win the last one because of the stipulation, but I also did say something like this would happen where he'd lose. We'd get the vignettes of him as the butler, and then he'll get a rematch for a title down the line. It would be interesting to see $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase becoming LA Knight's butler, but I'm going to go with Cameron Grimes here again. More unlike the last one where I thought I wanted Dakota Kai to win, but I just know in my head Raquel isn't. This one can go either way. I do feel like it's about 60-40 maybe. Like it's 50-50, actually not even 60-40. I would say it's 50-50. I can see it going both ways. I can see Grimes winning and become the champion, but I can also see them doing the route with DiBiase, become the butler, and then doing the third match. Because I feel like there could be some good stuff that you could get out of that. So because I'm 50-50, I'm going to go with I want the most, and that is a Cameron Grimes win. But yeah, as I said, this could go either way. Knight and Grimes have had the ladder match they had at the last pay-per-view, or the last TakeOver, was good. And they have done some good stuff together. So this will be a very interesting matchup. Then Walter versus Ilya Dragunov for the NXT United Kingdom Championship. Again, big fan of Walter, big fan of Ilya. Again, kind of prior to their WWE days, from when they were having matches against each other in the independents. And not even against each other, but just having matches in the European independents. I've seen both wrestle live in person in OTT. They've had matches in Progress. They've had matches in WXW in Germany. So these two, they didn't wrestle each other in OTT. I'm just saying, I've seen these two people wrestle in OTT before. They've had matches against each other in Progress and WXW. And of course, one of the best matches in NXT history. Yeah, I'd say NXT history, not just NXT UK history. I'm a big fan of the first match they had. It reminded me of old school All Japan, that King's Road style of wrestling, and which is what I love. So yeah, I'm after knocking off the card that I had in front of me, but yeah, this match I'm very looking forward to. As I said, their first match is one of my favorite WWE matches in a long time, not just NXT. It's probably the best match in the last 10 years in my book. So yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I do hope they can live up to the hype, because as I said, with their last match being so good, I do have very high expectations, and because I've seen these two have killer matches all over the world, and I know the first match wasn't even on a TakeOver, wasn't even on a NXT UK TakeOver. It was just a regular NXT UK episode, so I feel like they need to go that bit harder just because it is a TakeOver. So my expectations for this are very high. And I maybe set myself up for disappointment here, because I normally don't like to set the bar too high. But they set the bar themselves with that first match. And yeah, they need to at least deliver on par. As in terms of my predictions, who do I think will win this match? I'm going to go with Ilya. I did think Ilya would win the first one, but of course Walter ended up retaining. The reason I'm going with Ilya here is I don't see anyone else who can take the belt off of Walter. I can realistically see Ilya taking the belt. If Ilya doesn't take the belt and Walter retains once again, is there anyone that you can say will take the belt off Walter? I don't know. And Walter has had a long reign. I won't be against him losing here. Maybe you can have him then going for the regular NXT Championship or something else, and try freshen something up with the NXT UK Championship. But yeah, this, as I said, should be a killer matchup. Very excited for this. Ilya and Walter going to be hard hitting war. Very old, strong style, King's Road style Japanese wrestling in terms of how their first match played out. And if you watch Walter, you'd see that's a big influence on his style, and even a bit with Ilya. So I'm expecting more of the same. And again, hopefully they do deliver. And as I said, if Ilya doesn't win here, who does? So that's why I'm going with Ilya for that prediction. I'm going to go with the NXT Championship match between Karrion Kross and Samoa Joe next. I don't really see this main eventing, and I'm going to go with Samoa Joe to win. Again, big fan of Joe since his run in Impact, when I first started watching Impact years ago. Karrion Kross, I think, is okay. I'm not the biggest Karrion Kross fan, but I also don't hate him. But the reason I'm going with Samoa Joe to become two-time, and actually, would he be a three-time NXT champion? Let me just quickly check, because I think he might have been a two-time NXT champion. I think this could be to win his third, but also I might be wrong. If I can find it. Yeah, he's already a two-time NXT champion, so this could be, I believe this would make him the only third-time NXT champion, or the only three-time. And Cole, I think, held it twice. I think Shinsuke might have held it twice, or maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, I can't remember anyone off the top of my head who held the NXT Championship 3 times. So I feel like this could be, Samoa Joe could make history here. But yeah, the reason I'm going to go with Joe is I feel like Kross is going to get moved up to Raw. We've already seen him appear on Raw. I know he faced Jeff Hardy in his debut and lost, which a lot of people weren't happy about. I think I've reviewed that episode of Raw as well, because it was the first Raw back with a crowd. I might have reviewed that Raw on my channel. I can't remember off the top of my head either. But yeah, I feel like they're going to move. There's plans to move Cross up. They've already had him doing stuff on the main roster, so I feel like this is just going to be him dropping the belt to Joe, his goodbye in NXT, and then going up to the main roster and doing stuff on Raw and SmackDown. So yeah, that's why I'm going to go with Samoa Joe on that one. And then the match that I feel like will be the main event, because it is a big 2 out of 3 falls match. Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole, baby. I believe this is the 3rd and final match in their feud. Yeah, I feel like I think it is the 3rd one. It is a 3 stages of hell match, basically. Well, they're just calling it 2 out of 3 falls match, but it is a 3 stages of hell, as in the 2 out of 3 falls all have different stipulations. Fall number 1 is a traditional wrestling match. Fall number 2 is a street fight. Fall number 3 is a steel cage match if necessary. And of course, these matches always do go down to the 3rd and final fall. In terms of a winner, I'm not going to predict each individual fall, just because it doesn't really matter who wins what fall. I do think it will go to the 3rd fall. I feel like they always do. Especially if they're like hyping it up as the final fall will be a steel cage match. I feel like they definitely will deliver on the cage match part of it. Like if it was just a regular 2 or 3 falls without the stipulations, maybe I'd be a bit more open to thinking that it doesn't go the full distance. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kyle O'Reilly. Main reason is I don't know Adam Cole's contract status. You've probably heard the rumours online, or at least seen them on social media, where Adam Cole's contract is already up. He just extended it up to SummerSlam weekend just to blow off this feud with O'Reilly. And I don't know if he's resigned or if he is going to resign, or of course there's talk of him going to AEW, because of course he has history with the Bullet Club, being a former member. You know, he has history with Cody, the Bucks, Kenny. His wife is Dr. Britt Baker, who is the AEW Women's Champion. So there is a lot of talk of him possibly going over there as well. Which, again, if they get like CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and Adam Cole, has always kind of been speculated. I'm not saying they will get all 3 of these, but just, you know, from what's been floated out, there is a possibility of all 3 happening. That would be big business for AEW, especially if you look at the roster they already have there. But this isn't an AEW video, this is an NXT prediction, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on stuff like that, because it is just rumour as of now. And yeah, because I'm unsure about Cole's contract status, I feel like he's going to lose. Even if he has re-signed, I feel like the plan will be to move him up to the main roster, because I know he had a meeting with Vince McMahon backstage at SmackDown, I believe it was. And, you know, there's talks of him going up to Raw, SmackDown, and plans for Raw and SmackDown writers are trying to come up with stuff for Adam Cole. Again, just going off what's been said in the dirt sheets. So, even if he has re-signed and is staying with WWE, I feel like it will be him moving up to Raw and SmackDown. So I feel like, again, a loss here in his farewell, as kind of happens in NXT, you know, like Sami Zayn lost in his farewell match in NXT. They regularly go out of NXT with a loss, helping, you know, put over the next generation of NXT in a way. Even though Kyle O'Reilly isn't really another generation, he's like always been alongside Adam Cole. But, you know, the next phase of NXT, so yeah, I feel like Cole will go out with a loss here. And yeah, maybe you can then have Kyle O'Reilly going after Samoa Joe for the NXT title, which would rule. Oh, please go that direction. Have Cole win, or have Kyle win, have Joe win, and just go with Joe and O'Reilly for the next couple of takeovers. They'd have killer matches. They'd probably bring Adam Cole up to the main roster if he does resign. What they do with him there, who knows? You know, it's hard to predict how NXT people do going up to the main rosters, but again, that's not what this video is. This is a predictions video, and as I said, for reasons I've already mentioned, I think Adam Cole wins. And yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time by rambling on about stuff that doesn't really matter. They were my NXT TakeOver 36 predictions. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with my predictions or what your predictions for the show itself are. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.